Hey, so what we wanted to do is talk about how to do a repair in a coated floor with flake. We actually did it to our own floor. This is like a rock breaker, and we were tearing out this wall, and it slipped out of somebody's hand, and it's a very heavy piece. It'll actually chip concrete by doing that. And what happened is it fell on this floor and it made a tiny little chip. Things happen, but the cool thing is about flake floors are easy to fix. So yeah, we've got these two little repairs, and I'll show you how to fix it. It's easy. You just need some of the same flake that you used on the floor. And we use Poly 90 on this floor, so it makes repairs easy because it sets up. Now the one thing you want to do is you want to get rid of any loose material, and it kind of looks like, imagine you have a chip in your car paint. You just want to make sure, and you don't want to keep gouging because then you're trying to pry up your floor. You don't want to try to pry it up. You just want to make sure any little looses around it. That looks pretty good. And then get a piece of sandpaper, a fairly rough one, and just like a chip in your car, you kind of want to go in here and clean and scuff. So I'm just kind of cleaning and scuffing, and then I'm cleaning and scuffing, and I'm actually going to do what I call a box out repair. So I'm going to kind of scuff that bridge too, because I'm going to clear coat this whole little area to make it look like a box, because this is a bigger one. Okay, so I'm cleaning and scuffing this area. Let me see if that's loose or not. Again, I'm just kind of, yeah, there was a little loose piece that just didn't come up. So, and then clean and scuffing. We've got the tape down here actually so we can identify where it's at, because if you're not exactly looking for these, you will never find the defect. Actually, that's the cool thing about a flake floor. You want to get it dust free. I blew on a little bit. You do not want to use water ever. What's on this rag, by the way? It's kind of damp.
Isopropyl.
Is it some?
Yep.
Okay. There is a little bit of alcohol on this. That's great for cleaning. You do want to make sure that it evaporates from the surface before you start coating. It's pretty quick, but it's a great little cleaner. So this is going to be a two-step process actually. We're going to put down flake, let it dry a couple hours. Just take the same sandpaper and do a light scuff to get it smooth, and then we're going to clear coat it. So, and the Poly 90 dries so quick, it's going to be easy to do. This is what I call a box out repair. It's like doing surgery, but it'll make it clean. You don't necessarily need to do it. I'm just being picky. Okay, so get a little Poly 90 in there. I'm really getting it a lot where the repair happened. Now Poly 90, you don't want to get thick. You're just wetting it out. Basically what you're doing, I got a little much actually. You're getting it wet enough so flake can stick, right? So I'm doing that. And then I'm taking some flake, broadcasting it to rejection. You're not really broadcasting. Oop. And then the other thing, that's easy to fix too. I got a little on the floor. Just wipe it with your rag really quick. The other thing I like to do when you do this is kind of pat it down so it lays down all nice and flat and kind of gets coated really well. To be honest with you, if you wanted to do this in one step, you can kind of do it in one step, and I've got it coated down here, and then I could add just a little bit more thicker over the top of it, and you'd probably be fine. You'd never see it. So I'm just making sure I got this 100% with flake there. Okay, so that's that one. Now this one, same thing. Little bit of poly 90. And this one, I'm just gonna imagine a rock chip on your car is what we're doing basically. I'm getting a little 90 in there. Okay, there's sufficient amount of clear. A little bit of flake. Now, this one I'm going to try to fix in one step, and I'll show you. We'll see if you think I'm any good or not. So, I'm getting that in there. Got it pretty covered. Now I'm going to go back and grab a little bit more 90. There. And then I'm just making sure I've kind of got some clear on top. And that's going to hide that thing pretty good. Now, one thing I will tell you by this methodology, that if you look at it from the angle and with light, you might see just a little bit of a bump by doing that. It's a way to do it with, you know, one method. What I did there, this one I'm going to do it too. So what I'm going to do is in a couple hours, we're going to pull this tape, sand it a little bit more flush, and then hit it with a clear, and it'll be more like the rest of the floor. It does take a little bit longer, but the one-step method works for, you know, kind of a quick and dirty method, small, tiny repair. You know, it works pretty good too, but this is just two-step method if you want it to be closer to what your actual floor is. So yeah, you won't be able to see it. Cool. Well, we'll come back and we'll show you the clear coat of that in a bit.